The Dayton men grabbed their first road win of the season on Tuesday when they beat Duquesne 82-62 in Pittsburgh. The Flyers went 9 of 13 from 3 in the first half and got 23 points from Enoch Cheeks, with Javon Bennett and Amael Latong adding 16. Anthony Grant's group won their third straight on Friday, beating St. Joseph 77-72 at home. Nate Santos was red hot and a perfect 4 for 4 from 3 as he finished with 24 points and 8 rebounds. Malachi Smith was perfect from the foul line and scored 12 points while handing out 8 assists. Bennett and Latong also scored in double figures for the third straight game. Women's basketball got back in the win column on Wednesday behind 23 points and 11 rebounds from Ariana Smith. Dayton beat St. Louis 87-76. The Flyers bench came up big with 35 points, led by Shannon Wheeler, who had 12 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists, and 2 blocks. Dayton posted their 6th win in conference play and now have more conference wins in January than they had all of last year in the league. The Flyer faithful turned out on Sunday as the women battled for first place when they welcomed in the Richmond Spiders. UD fell to the defending champs 83-72. Ivy Wolf led the Flyers with 19 points, and Ariana Smith had her 7th double-double of the season with 18 points and 14 rebounds. Nicole Stevens added 11 and recorded a career-high 8 assists. Women's tennis picked up 3 wins last week, a 6-1 decision on Monday against NKU, a 4-3 win over Oakland Friday, and defeated Eastern Michigan 4-3 on Sunday. Men's tennis grabbed a W Saturday, 6-1 over Lipscomb. This week, we focus our attention on the volleyball court with AVCA All-Region performer Liana Sarkissian, who recorded some memorable highlights during Dayton's historic run last month in the NCAA Tournament.
Let's go to Waco, Texas. This is a team that's been trying to break through to the Sweet 16. You finally get it done. What an amazing run that you had. And for you personally, match point, and the ball is coming your way. Sort of take us through that sequence and that pure joy and the celebration afterwards.
Yeah, we had a set point, and I hit it out of bounds earlier. And honestly, like, when we play, I think, like, we always focus on trying to stay present, staying in the moment, like, maximizing every single point. So even though it was, like, a tight 5th set, I think I felt very comfortable. Like, this is the moment we'd been waiting for. Like, this is what we've wanted. This is what every single team before us had wanted. So it was easy to kind of, like, find, like, peace and tranquility in, like, that tense situation. Like, we had 2 alum, or I think 3 alum in the stands, like, watching us. And to be honest, like, I wasn't thinking much. I was like, I'm gonna hit this ball, it's gonna go in the court, and we'll see what happens then. But it was actually, like, so surreal, probably, like, my favorite moment. Yeah, I just didn't know how to celebrate. Like, I think we all kind of, like, froze for a moment, and then we kind of huddled in.
Which was probably for the better, because it's like, if you're thinking about it, then there might have been another different result to that. But you get it done. You played so well in that match. It was 17 kills. You hit 500. When you're out there, do you feel like you're sort of, you got it going, or is it just sort of that next point mentality?
I think everyone can attest to this. There are days where you just feel like nothing can stop you. Like, volleyball is a very mental sport, full of momentum, and I think that day Les and I were connecting, and I don't think they've seen a slide like that before, and it was just working. Sometimes you don't have an answer for it. It just works.
It was working, and a season high in that kill column. I loved in sort of you describing the past and then what you guys were able to do here looking back to the 2024 season. You see it all around the program, and it's even on your jerseys, Flyer Legacy. And to be that group that punches that ticket to the Sweet 16, sort of describe that, because there's so many players from years ago to building that moment that I think smile and look at your group and celebrating. You also feel that out on the floor?
Yeah, I think part of why we were so successful last year was because we were so close and every one of us was bought into the idea of like doing this not only for ourselves but for everyone before us. I think like the greatest examples for me last year, my freshman year, I had two amazing middles ahead of me, Amelia Moore, Lindsay Winter, and they were like the hardest working people that I like have ever played with. They always like put their head down, did the work, and they didn't always get the recognition that they deserved. So like being able to accomplish this for them, I think is like the biggest joy.
This entire interview will be available on Thursday at noon on Spotify, Apple Music, and our YouTube channel at Dayton Flyers. The week starts in Olean, New York on Tuesday night when men's basketball plays at St. Bonaventure at 8. Wednesday, women's basketball hits the road to take on Loyola Chicago with a 7 p.m. tip. And Friday, women's tennis is at Louisville. Friday night, the men stay on the road. 7 o'clock start at St. Louis. Both Friday and Saturday, UD Track and Field will be back in action in the Midwest Classic in Indianapolis, Indiana. Saturday, women's basketball returns home, 1 o'clock start against George Mason. Saturday and Sunday, men's tennis is on the road at Ball State and IU Indy. For more information on Dayton Athletics, visit DaytonFlyers.com and follow us on social media at Dayton Flyers.